Welcome everyone to Blue Accountability Audit. If you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We aim to showcase the best constitutional audits and police interactions. Today's video is brought to us by Live BD. Be sure to check him out in the link down below. With that being said, leave a like and let me know what you think of this video.
You're disturbing the peace. You receive a call about you. We have a complaint from the manager inside. You are disturbing the peace. You're starting to
not disturbing the peace.
Yes, sir, you are.
I am not.
So if you don't refuse to identify who you are, yes, you probably will go to jail. I will give you for breach of peace, sir. So what's you gonna do?
How we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Deputy Elders.
What can I do for you?
Well, I think they called 911 on me.
Okay, well, who are you? Why don't you tell me that?
Who am I? I'm a good citizen.
Okay.
I don't want to impede
Well, who
them.
are you? That's
What do you
what
mean,
I'm
who am
asking. Who are you? Who do you work for? What are you doing up here recording?
I? Well, it's my right as an American, as a free American. Am I breaking the law?
Sir, I'm asking you, have they asked you to leave from inside?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
They don't have any reason to ask me to leave.
Okay. Well, they can. They don't have
You
to have
think
a
so?
reason. They don't have to have a reason.
You think so?
Sir,
this is
give me a space.
This is federal property.
Give me a space.
Sure, yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah.
The rules
no,
are right there.
I want 18.
You want 18?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll give you 18.
Sir, outside. Outside.
Am I being detained?
Sir, I'm asking you outside.
Am I being detained?
Sir, they do not want you here and you don't.
I am following all the rules. I'm not breaking any law. Deputy, am I being detained?
Sir, I've asked you to step outside.
You're being a
I've
little...
asked you to step outside.
I think you can be a little nicer.
Sir, I've asked you to step outside nicely. Yes, you're being detained.
I'm being
step
detained.
Outside.
Very good. So I'm being detained. All right, she's calling for backup. I am being detained by this fine deputy. GC 80440. With her pink handcuffs. She doesn't even know how to park. That's some illegal parking right there.
Sir, do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Okay. All right.
Am I committing a crime?
No, sir, but you are being placed on trespass. So
Oh,
you need to
really?
get off of their property.
They haven't told me to leave.
Sir, they don't have to have a reason. It is their right. You're in my car. You're in my car. You're in my personal space. When I walk up and make contact with you, I'm asking you to back up. Back up.
This is United States postal property, federal property,
Yes,
public
sir, but
property.
anybody can ask you to leave the premises. They
That-
don't want you here. You're not.
You think so? You obviously don't know the law. I think you better call your supervisor. Can we get your supervisor out here? I'm asking for your supervisor. I'm asking for your supervisor.
I'm asking you to get over there on the sidewalk.
I'm asking you for your
I'm
supervisor.
asking for you to get over there on the sidewalk. Thank you.
Is your supervisor available?
Do I have a supervisor that's available that can head to 8505 to Knox Road, please?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Sir, you don't have to commit a crime to be placed on no trespass. Just by you in here recording people, they don't have to have a reason not to want you on property. That's just like if you were to call us to your property and you had someone that was
That's
on
private
your property
property.
bothering you.
That's different.
And no, sir, it is no different.
This is not
Sir.
private property.
Sir.
This is not
Sir,
private property.
It doesn't matter. If
It
they
does
ask-
matter. South
I'm
Carolina
not gonna
Supreme
argue with
Court
you. You're being
says it
placed
matters.
On trespass notice, okay?
We'll see when your supervisor
Trespass
gets
notice,
here.
we will.
We'll see about that when your
will.
supervisor gets here.
You have your first and last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm not committing a
You're
crime.
being placed on no trespass notice, sir. You don't have to commit a crime to be placed on no trespass.
How long have you been a deputy?
You're placed on no trespass notice, sir.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not.
Then that's not how trespass
You're not.
works. That's not how
You're
trespass
not.
works.
You're detained. You're placed on no trespass notice.
How can I be on trespass if you're not giving me an opportunity to leave?
Sir, they've asked for you to be placed on it, and I'm placing you on
They
it.
don't know their rules and you don't know the
Sir,
law.
I am very well aware.
Is that them running code 3? You gonna run code
Sir,
3
I'm sorry
on
that you
committing
feel that way.
not a crime.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
How you doing, sir? You her supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
All right, how you doing?
All right, yourself.
Oh, you got a stripe? How you doing, Hardy?
Yes, sir. I'm Corporal Hardy. How can I help
Corporal
you?
Hardy, nice to see you. I came in here to take some photographs for news purposes,
Yes, sir.
and nobody asked me to leave.
Okay.
This deputy doesn't know the law, and I'm
Okay.
hoping you do. This is owned by the federal government. This is federal property, United States Post Office. This is a public area. Inside is a public lobby. Okay, so the branch manager stepped out, and she thought there was a sign on the door that said no photographing.
Okay.
And I stepped out and looked at all the signs. There are no signs saying no photographing. There is a poster 7 in here that gives the rules and regulations about photography and the conduct on postal property. I'll be glad to show it to you.
Okay.
And it allows me to do what I'm doing. Not only that, DHS memo came out that says photographs on all federal property, inside and outside in publicly accessible areas, is lawful activity.
Yes, sir.
And not to mention the First Amendment
Okay.
to the Constitution, and I'm here exercising my right to the First Amendment. And branch manager doesn't know her own rules and regulations, and she doesn't know the law.
Okay. So did they actually leave, sir?
No, they didn't.
They never actually leave.
No, and
So
they
if
don't
I
have-
that deputy in there right now. They want you to leave. Are you gonna leave, sir?
Okay, well, let me follow up.
No, you got. Are you were done or you weren't done?
No, I wasn't.
Well,
done.
finish
Okay.
the
They have
conversation.
no reason to ask me to leave because I'm not breaking any of their rules or regulations.
Okay, but you do have the right to refuse your service, sir. So basically, well, I'm
That's
asking
fine.
before we go in there. If they go in there, ask them, they want you to leave, will you be willing to leave? If they,
Okay.
1 minute,
If-
if they say that, if she go in there and say they verify they want you to leave at this point, will you leave location? sir?
Absolutely. If you
Okay.
tell me to leave, I will leave because I respect you. I
Also
respect the
want him on no
deputies.
trespass. They don't want him back here.
Okay.
I've already went inside and made contact
But
with
just
them.
double check.
Do it again.
Okay, double check. Do you have any idea, on you, sir? They do
No,
want you on
sir.
trespass
Okay.
location.
Well, that's unlawful.
No, so basically what you did, so basically they want you to leave. I'm gonna go verify.
Okay.
We want you to leave, and you're
But-
going
but-
back and forth, and that causes disturbance. So that's breach of
No,
peace, sir.
no,
That's
sir.
against the
I
law.
now cause no.
Well, basically, that's what
I've got it recorded
Okay,
right
that's
here.
what I'm going to verify. But if
What's
that's
in-
the case, you did basic third peace. That's breach of peace. That is a crime, sir.
Okay.
And I do need your ID for it.
Okay, now I understand that what they're telling you,
Yes, sir.
and I did not create any disturbance.
Are you able to wind it back so I can see?
Oh yeah, I've got
I'll
you're on
take a
live
look.
right here. I got a body cam here.
I'll take a
and
look,
I'm
sir. You said
recording
you
here.
caused disturbance. I'll take a
Well,
look.
I don't have to prove anything because I'm
Well,
not.
basically, I have your word is word, and they're basically they're saying you
Okay.
caused disturbance, and I'm assuming it's multiple in there because you said the branch matter came out, so it's multiple witnesses there
She's-
say you were causing disturbance. So I said that's consistent with
Her-
breach of peace, sir, and I'm asking for your ID because that is a crime in South Carolina.
Okay, but I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you did. I'm telling you, you
Okay.
started the peace,
All
sir.
right.
You started a data or operation of business.
No,
that is a crime in
there-
South Carolina. That's called breach of peace. I need your ID.
Lying to 911 is also against the
Yes,
law.
yes, it is, sir. But I had to verify that from you saying you have video. So I'm asking to verify your part. You saying that they're lying about what they call disturbance. So are you able to give me your ID so I can do what I have to do?
Is this a stop and ID state?
Huh? This is stop an ID state, sir. I'm saying you're basically committing a crime, or breach of peace,
No, I'm
third
not.
peace. I'm telling you, that's where they're saying you're disturbing
Well,
peace,
they
sir.
can say whatever they want, but
Okay,
I'm not
I'm
committing
sorry.
a crime.
I'm investigating that. I'm
Okay, I
detaining you for
understand
basically
that.
investigating that. So basically, I had a right to ask for your ID, and I'm asking for your ID for a breach of peace, sir. So I
Okay.
need your ID.
Okay, well, I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you, you did. So basically,
How
I'm
do
saying
you
you
know?
disturbing,
You weren't even here.
disturbing peace. We have
You weren't
multiple
even
witnesses,
here.
sir. So basically, the branch manager, you say
Where's
you're
the
saying
witnesses?
that is right there, sir. They're verifying with that. You are disturbing peace,
She
sir.
doesn't know her rules and regulations,
I'm
and
telling
I'll
you,
be
sir.
glad to show you that.
I'm telling you, sir. I need your ID.
Okay, I did not commit a breach of peace.
Well, okay, sir. Well, that's you. We are there in court if it goes that far. But at this point, I'm saying basically you're informed you are committing a crime for a breach of peace. You are disturbing the peace from what we got the call about, sir. We received a call now. We received a call for it. So you are disturbing the peace, sir. So basically, I'm asking your ID for violating that law.
Well,
so I need your ID.
Under threat of arrest, I will, but I'm not committing a crime.
Well, I explained my part too, sir. I explained why I'm asking your ID. I explained what crime I'm committing. You believe you broke. It was breach of peace.
Well,
I need your ID.
I did not commit a crime.
Well, like I said, I explained what the crime is, sir. That I'm expecting you are doing. I said it's breach of peace. I need your ID.
I don't have my ID on me.
Do you have your name? What's your name, sir?
Am I being threatened with arrest?
You're being detained, sir, for basically investigating a crime.
I told you that.
Yeah.
So
She
basically, I need your name. So what's your name?
Being in detention in South Carolina does not require an ID.
Yes, sir. I'm committed to suspecting you of a crime. Yes, it does, sir. I have the right to identify who you are. Yes,
so
you are.
think this is a stop and ID state?
Sir, you about so.
Do you
Are you refusing to identify who you are? Are you refusing to identify who you are?
No,
sir?
I'm not.
At this point, the officer seems to get really escalated in his tone of voice and movements. He seems very unfit for this type of situation, as he's usually used to people just bending over and just accepting what he says.
I'm not.
Okay,
I don't have anything to hide. I'm not a criminal.
Sir. You're not
I'm
refusing.
not a criminal. I don't break
if
the
you're
law.
not refusing, sir, I need your ID.
Can we get your supervisor out here?
No.
Can we get a sergeant, please?
No, you're gonna deal with me.
6 feet, sir.
Sir.
6 feet.
Now 6 feet, sir.
She
We were
wants
standing
18.
at this the whole time we were talking.
All right.
Now it's 6 feet, sir.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
What's your name, sir? What's your last name? Last name, sir?
Is this a stop and ID state?
Sir, are you refusing to identify who you are?
This is not a stop and ID. This is not.
Identify who you are, sir?
Under threat of arrest, I will.
I'm saying, what's your last name, sir?
Are you going to arrest me if I don't show ID?
Sir, you are, like I told you, you are breaching peace right now, sir. You're disturbing the peace. You received a call about you. We had a complaint from the manager inside. You are disturbing the peace. You're
I am not disturbing the peace.
Yes, sir, you are.
I am not.
So if you don't refuse to identify who you are, yes, you probably will go to jail. I will give you for breach of peace, sir. So what's you going to do? What's your
If you're
answer,
threatening to take me to jail, I'll give you my name.
What's your ID, sir? What's your name?
Are you-
how did you get here, sir? How did you get here? Did you drive here?
Is that important?
Yeah, it is very important. Did you drive here, sir? Did you not drive
I don't want to
here?
answer that question.
'Cause
But I will ID to you.
Yeah, because you're being, sir, you're doing a whole lot of stuff for no reason at all. You denied that you did drive here, and basically in South Carolina, you need ID to operate a vehicle in South
Am
Carolina.
I operating a vehicle?
Sir, that's why you didn't want to ask because you know you drove here.
Sir, I need a sergeant.
You know you drove here.
I need a sergeant here. I'm asking for your supervisor.
Sir,
Can I get a sergeant here?
That's still not going to stop. Are you refusing to give who you are, sir?
I'm not refusing anything.
Yes, you
All
are, sir.
I
Sir, I
want-
asked you multiple times. You can rewind your camera back. I asked you multiple times.
Okay,
You're
being-
refusing to identify yourself.
Being detained does not require me to show
yes,
an
sir,
ID.
it does. Yes, sir. You're investigating of a crime. Yes, sir. It does require. You don't know your law, sir.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Captain?
Hello.
Nice to
Hey.
see you again.
Nice to see you again. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Shake your hand.
Yeah.
How are you?
Captain, I just want to say that you're one
What
of the
is
best
up?
captains I've ran into.
That's okay. That's okay. Appreciate it. So
I
what's
want,
going on?
okay,
So
well,
basically, they want more trespassing. I told him, basically got called told him disturbing the peace. I'm asking for his identification. I told him he's undertained. He refused to identify who he is to give his identification, so they need to pay for trespass.
Captain, I'm not breaking any law. I came in here, I didn't disturb anybody. I came in here and I was recording the greeting cards, and I wasn't even aiming it at the employees or the customers at that time. And the branch manager came out and said, wanted to know who I was. She wouldn't identify herself. She wanted to know who I was with. I said I'm with myself, and she thought that the rules were on her door that said no photography. And I went and I looked and I said, man, there's no rules. There's a poster 7 in here that allows photographs for news purposes in entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors, and that's where I've been. I haven't been in any restricted areas. I am completely following the law, and I am following post office rules and regulations. But as we all know, the post office, they don't know their rules like they should know them. So I'm here to kind of educate them that what I'm doing is lawful. I'm not creating any disturbance. Holding a camera does not create a disturbance. I understand you got called here.
So that's not creating disturbance, sir?
He rolled up code 3 because elders. Captain, am I being detained, Captain?
No. I just want to talk.
Elders has got me detained.
You are detained.
I told him he was informed.
Right now, you and I are talking.
Okay.
Good. All right. So, all right. How much longer do you plan on?
No, they're closing up at 5 o'clock, you know. And I really expected, I went downtown to the post office, walked all through there, 3 cameras rolling, nobody said a word. I didn't create any disturbance. The postal inspector was there.
Yeah.
He saw what I was.
Did you talk to the postal inspector?
Not that day, but I had previous phone conversations with him, and he kind of told me what's allowed and what they don't like.
Right.
They don't like being filmed over the counter line.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him that you can't trespass your eyes, what you can see from public spaces. But I'm not here to get anybody's information. I'm not here to create a disturbance. I'm here to make sure these employees know their rules and the Richland County deputies know the law, and these two don't know the law. They think this is a stop and ID state. Elders thinks you can trespass people from public property, and the trespassing statute that has been affirmed by the South Carolina Supreme Court says the trespassing statute is only for private property. This is not their living room. They don't own this building.
I understand. I know where you're coming from. I understand that part.
So they're trying to issue me a trespass. He's trying to arrest me for disorderly conduct. Breach of peace. And I'm not breaching any peace. I didn't even have a conversation with any customers. So there's no customer in here.
You haven't intercepted the flow of business.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, they're not even that busy. They never asked me to leave either.
Okay.
They always started that when the elders walked in there.
It's closed, so they're asking you to leave the premises now that it's closed.
I'll accept that. But if you're going to try to issue me a trespass, that's going to be a violation of my civil rights.
But sir, if you have a good lawyer, sir, you can sue, sir. If that's the violation of your right, you can sue, sir. That's
Is that what you want me to do?
Come here. All right. So this is what we're going to do.
Okay. I just want to film in public.
I get your point. And I'll take care of this issue. I understand. I know your points of law, and I get it. I understand it. So now the place is over. It's closed. And this is a public domain. You could be in the parking lot.
I would have left if she hadn't detained me. Because
well, she's not detaining you.
Okay.
Or at least not anymore. We'll discuss these points of law a little bit closer.
Yeah. It says the word till I go to the post office, where it is allowed. The Department of Homeland Security has put out a memo. It's allowed in public exterior and interior of publicly accessible areas. And the post office has a poster 7, which I tried to show Hardy. He didn't want to look at it, but it says news photographs for news purposes is allowed in entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors. I mean, but they don't know it. They think there's a sign on the door saying no photographs. So they need to be educated. And that's why I'm here.
Can we all get together and talk to them? and we all sit down and knock it out?
I think they've already done that.
Instead of making a show out of it?
They've already done that. That 2018 DHS memo that came out because of a court case. And the Department of Homeland Security, he's nodding his head like he knows what I'm talking about.
So are you going to visit every post office?
I am. I'm going to go to every sheriff's office, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a compliment. But I tell you, I go to Richland County, there's not a sign on the door. I walk in, the people behind the glass, they're friendly, they help, they answer questions, they're knowledgeable. So kudos to Richland County. But I did not expect this. I really did not. I expected them to know the law a little better.
Sir, regardless, sir, this is I understand what you're doing, sir.
Yes, sir.
But this is a very busy area, sir. But a deputy had to come out here and I understand you're trying to do this for you, right?
Well, she shouldn't have called back.
I'll let you speak, sir. Listen to me,
go
sir.
ahead.
I understand that, sir. But it's a very busy area, sir. We deal with shooting.
I understand that.
This guy seen somebody with deal with a gun, and deputy had to stop what they're doing to come deal with you with this, sir.
Well, let's take that up with the manager.
You've done this multiple times, sir. This is not the first time you've done this. Obviously, not the first time you've done this, sir.
No, it's not.
You're wasting, taking away from resources by what you're doing.
I'm not.
He's correct.
I'm not going to be committing any
You
crime.
take
I
away
promise
resources,
you,
sir.
Captain. I'm not committing any crime, and I'm not going to do it.
He is making a good point, though.
Yeah, I mean,
if we could do this in a lot better way, so
Yeah.
you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 deputies.
well, the manager didn't need to call 911. Elders didn't need to call for Code 3 backup, and I did ask for when I started talking to I forgot his name. I asked for a sergeant. I said, "Can we please get a sergeant?" And then you rolled up. I said, "The captain's here." I'm like, "Perfect."
I get you. I understand. I know the points of where you can be and all that kind of stuff. And I'm with you. Well, can we have a meeting with the Postmaster General and talk to and meet with the guy at the top? Or
I
the
think
woman
all
at the
that's
top?
been done, but when things filter down to the regular employees, they take one thing and then they go a step further. You know, they say, well, you obviously can't go in here and film a movie or a commercial or anything like that. You have to have permission. So they think that applies to all, and it doesn't.
Well, it doesn't apply to the parking lot. So the
Well, it doesn't
parking lot-
apply to the public accessible areas.
Correct. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, our public accessible areas. I understand that. Okay. So we're done here.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring
business
y'all
is
all
over
out
here.
there, but maybe they'll understand, and maybe could somebody go in there and talk to them, let them know that I'm not breaking any law. I'm within their rules and regulations.
I understand. You're right.
So when I come back out here again, they're not going to freak out and call 911.
Just don't come back out here again.
Am I being trespassed?
No,
I promise you're not going to call 911 again.
Well, yeah.
We're just asking you not to waste our resources.
Well, you know, and I tried to talk to the manager, but she disappeared in the back. And
the issue is she might not be the one here next time either, so somebody else might be here that'll call 911. So that's the only thing
I asked for the postmaster, and they said that
Yes,
the
sir.
postmaster is the manager. Well, most post offices have a separate position, but you would think the postmaster would know their own rules and regulations. I mean, what's over the postmaster?
Well, you know, I mean, employees change
Right.
often,
And they need to be trained.
When you change employees frequently, sometimes things can become amiss. But we don't even take advantage of that.
Right.
Just training
And I'm not here.
right?
I'm
Training
just here
teams.
to exercise my First Amendment right,
And you're
and to
allowed
make sure they know their own rules and regulations. And to
Okay.
check up on y'all too, to make sure y'all know the law. Y'all shouldn't even respond. It's, oh, a guy's recording in public. Okay, what did he do? Did he hit you over the head with the camera?
I
I
understand.
mean,
Okay. Well, we're all done.
okay, Captain, and you are
Sergeant Fergal.
Fergal. You look familiar. Are you famous?
I don't know about that.
Is he famous?
I've done a few things.
You been around?
My name's Don.
Don?
Yeah. Tell me your name again. First name?
I'll tell you.
Hey, we're on a first name basis, right?
I'll tell you.
Are we on the first name basis?
I'll tell you when they leave.
Come on.
Nah, this guy's trying to ID me.
All right, y'all.
Hey,
All right.
take care.
Drive careful. Have a night.
Okay.
Got anything else I can-
And that's all for today, folks. Personally, the Karen cop at the beginning should be fired for unlawful orders and trying to solicit a trash pass on live BD. And on top of that, speaking to live BD like he was a kid. Secondly, the cop that came after her rather than arrest for not identifying himself, which is absolutely insane and just simply ignorant of him to try to do that in that situation. But I would like to salute the captain for acting professional and knowing the law. Also, be sure to hit the like button, leave your opinion on this situation, and subscribe for more content.